The first monthly payment for the expanded child tax credit will arrive in just 2 months for those who are eligible and have qualifying dependents. The first of 7 payments is set to arrive in July. You can get up to $3,600 total per kid, depending on their age and your 2021 adjusted gross income. But you have the option to opt out of the monthly checks if you'd rather get one large payment with your tax refund in 2022. Once the IRS portal opens, you can change your preference if you don't want to start getting monthly payments. We'll explain what you need to know about opting out of the smaller child tax credit payments. Also, here are some ways to spend your child tax credit money when it arrives. As a side note, if you're still waiting on your $1,400 stimulus check or your plus-up payment, here's how to track it down. Also, your state could owe you hundreds of dollars. It takes 2 minutes to check. Plus, here's how Biden's new stimulus plan could bring you even more money. 3 reasons for opting out of the monthly child tax credit checks. If you'd rather receive your child tax credit payments in one lump sum rather than 7 smaller payments, you can choose to opt out of the payments in July. Here are some reasons you may want to opt out. You'd rather have one large payment next year. You know your circumstances will change and don't want to deal with updating your information in the portal the IRS plans to open by July 1st. The portal is where you can update the IRS about any significant changes that pertain to you. You're concerned the IRS might accidentally send you an overpayment, and you don't want to worry about paying that money back. What happens if you choose to opt out of the monthly checks? Be aware that if you opt out of receiving monthly child tax credits from July through December, you won't get your full payment, or any payment at all, until after the IRS processes your 2021 tax return next year. The full payment will then arrive with your tax refund, or could be used to offset any taxes you owe. You'll be in a similar situation to those people who had to claim missing stimulus checks on their taxes this year. So if you have a child who's 5 years old or younger by the end of 2021 and your income meets the requirements, you'll get $3,600 total when you file your taxes in 2022. However, if you choose to receive 6 monthly payments this year, you get $300 each month and another $1,800 with your tax refund. You can use our Child Tax Credit 2021 calculator to estimate how much you should get. If you don't update your information in the portal and you file your taxes before the May 17th deadline, you'll automatically receive the monthly payments. More below on how to opt out. You can use the IRS portal to opt out of monthly payments once it's available. By July 1st, the IRS will open a portal that's designed specifically for the new child tax credit payments. You can also use it to opt out of receiving multiple payments this year. We've asked the IRS about how exactly you'll be able to do this. We do know the IRS will have paper forms available for those who don't have internet access. We will make forms and instructions for the forms available for folks who want to opt out, IRS Commissioner Charles Rettig said April 13. We're not sure how the portal will look or what the process will be, but we do know it can be used to update your record with any changes that have happened since you last filed your taxes. For example, if you had a new baby in 2021 or have gained a new qualified dependent, the IRS wouldn't have this information on file yet. Or maybe your income has changed recently. We'll know more about the details you can change once the IRS portal is up and running. The IRS won't have the resources to build the portal until after tax season. For more child tax credit information, here's what you need to know if you share custody of a child. Also, here's what to know about the CTC payment timeline and the extra thing parents of 2021 babies will need to do to claim their CTC payments.
We will have provided over 220 million COVID shots in those 100 days.
To answer this one, we turned to data from the CDC, and we found out that this is mostly true, although not exactly. As of April 28th, the number was nearly 235 million doses. But at the end of President Trump's term, it was just over 20 million doses. Do the math, and we have nearly 214 million doses during his first 100 days. That's actually short of 220 million doses by more than 6 million. But it's important to note that Biden's 100th day is actually tomorrow, so the number will increase. Okay, here's our next claim.
Nearly 90% of the infrastructure jobs created in the American Jobs Plan do not require a college degree. 75% don't require an associate's degree.
This one is mostly true, but it needs some context. Biden appears to be referencing this report from the Georgetown University Center on Education and the Workforce. It found that Biden's proposed American Jobs Plan could create or save some 15 million jobs over 10 years, of which 75% would be for people with no more than an associate degree, a college degree. Lastly, here's a question we're seeing a lot online. People asking why this is not being referred to as a State of the Union speech. And the answer here is pretty simple, according to a report from the Congressional Research Service. Biden just got inaugurated, so it's become tradition to hold off on a formal State of the Union. But eligible for another round
If your income dropped this past year and you made significantly less than what was reported on your 2019 income tax return, you may be eligible for another round of stimulus checks after you file your 2020 taxes. More than 1 million plus-up payments were authorized under President Biden's American Rescue Plan for taxpayers or households who either did not qualify for a third stimulus check based on their 2019 income or got less than they were due. You may also be eligible for additional payments if you added a dependent this past year. Like this most recent round of stimulus payments, those plus-up payments are up to $1,400 for individuals earning up to $75,000 and $2,800 for married couples filing jointly who earn up to $150,000, plus an additional $1,400 per dependent child within those same income brackets. The IRS is sending out plus-up payments. They started hitting some bank accounts. You can find out when you'll get yours with the Get My Payment tool at irs.gov. Here's how much to expect. Most Americans who make under $75,000 or married couples who make under $150,000 combined will qualify for $1,400 per person, plus $1,400 per dependent. For the first time, that includes full payments for dependent adults as well. Those same qualifying parents or legal guardians are also eligible for expanded child tax credits. The stimulus plan also provides $300 in weekly federal unemployment benefits through August and $170.
You actually want to solve a problem. I've sent a bill to take a close look at it. We kept our commitment, Democrats and Republicans, of sending $1,400 rescue checks to 85% of American households. During these 100 days, an additional 800,000 Americans enrolled in the Affordable Care Act, and the economy created more than 1,300,000 new jobs in 100 days. Generational undertakings of nation building. And we won't ignore what our intelligence agencies have determined to be the most lethal terrorist threat to the homeland today. White supremacy is terrorism.